Hello, hello, Kiri Honey here, relationship coach for moms. Thank you for joining us for today's free focus training. We are talking about clearing the clutter so that we can make space for the things that we really care about. And today we are going to talk specifically about what we can do in just 15 minutes. Now, disclaimer that I'm gonna put in here because I am not a decluttering guru. This is something that I actively work on and is something I have learned lots about. So I am sharing things that I have found helpful and that I do. But when it comes to my house, this is something I'm actively working on. And I can say as well that both my husband and I come from a family of hoarders. So we come by it naturally, if you will. And we are actively working on doing better. Okay, so with that in mind, there were three particular areas we were going to talk about today. One, how clearing physical space can impact your relationship, how to make progress in just 15 minutes, and why it is important. Okay, so let's get started with how clearing physical space can impact your relationship. Well, let's just paint a little picture for a moment. If your space is full of crap, let's say your bedroom, because if your bedroom is anything like my bedroom or how my bedroom used to be, it was the place where you would dump all of your stuff. And when you then go to bed, for example, or maybe you want to get intimate with your partner and there's all this stuff everywhere, how does that make you feel? It will probably make you feel anxious. It will probably make you feel like you should be doing something else, like you should be dealing with it. So we need to be in a space where we feel calm. Our bedrooms in particular should be a space that feel relaxing, a place where you actually want to be. And a little side story that I want to share. When we finally decided that we did not need to share a room with our son, he was over one. I know that we transitioned rooms during lockdown, so however old he was then, we moved our daughter into our the main master bedroom in our house with our son. So they had the big room with all the things, the ensuite, everything. And we actually moved into what is now my office. And I loved this transition. And the reason was there was no room for all the extra crap. And now that we've actually moved back into our original room and the kids have got separate rooms downstairs, our bedroom is becoming a dumping ground again. And it is driving me nutty. So I can tell you right now, this is an important piece of the puzzle. So just thinking about how you feel about the amount of stuff really impacts your relationship. Because if you cannot be calm in your space, if you are constantly feeling anxious about the things that are crowding your space, and side note again, all the things that we have are taking up time and energy. So even just like looking at the things is like taking up time in our precious, precious lives. So I encourage you to release the things that you do not need. And how do we do that? So here's a practical tip that you can use, and you can do it right now. And we only need 15 minutes. Okay, so how do we make progress in just 15 minutes? Number one, set an intention. Now, obviously, we can't set an intention of, I am going to clear the whole house in 15 minutes, because that's not going to happen. So we need to set a reasonable, achievable intention and goal for the 15 minutes. Okay? And I would recommend starting with what we call the clutter crutch. And this is the place where junk gets thrown every day. So you come in with the mail and it gets put in this spot, and everyone dumps their stuff in this spot when they come in, yada, yada, yada. For me, it's our dining room table. And it drives me nutty, but I'm also really glad that as I've learned and as I've used these tools myself, it's actually not my stuff that is on the table, which is really nice. So I actively encourage the rest of my household to put their things where they go. But what we're going to do is we are going to set a timer for 15 minutes. Okay, so you can use your phone. I've also got one of these timers, which I do recommend. It's called a time timer. And it actually means that you can set the time and you can see it. So it works really great for kids because they can see how much time is left. So you set a timer for 15 minutes. You set the intention of, I am going to clear this small space. So it might be a dining room table, if you're like me. Or maybe it is the kitchen bench, or whatever it is, something that drives you nuts. Something, somewhere that will allow you to feel a deep sense of relief or satisfaction when it's done. And you're going to stay focused in that area. Because again, if you're anything like me and you just start clearing things without an intention, you might, oh, I'll go put this thing over here, and then you'll get distracted by this thing, and you'll go wander over here and put that away, and then you'll get distracted by this shiny object over here. And you will not accomplish anything because you are not focused, you are not sticking to the intention that you set. Okay? So we set a timer, we set an intention, and we do the thing. So a tip that I can suggest for clearing an area, grab a laundry basket, stick all the stuff that you're trying to clear. So take all the things off the table, put it in the laundry basket, walk around the house with said laundry basket, putting things back where they go. And in no time at all, you will have a cleared area and you will feel so much better. Not only will you have achieved that sense of satisfaction for having accomplished something, but you will also feel a sigh of relief that that particular area that is always causing you anxiety or discomfort or any of those kinds of feelings will be resolved. And then you can use this same strategy every day, a couple times a week, whatever it is that you need to do. 15 minutes intention, do the things. And sometimes you might just find that the timer goes off and you still you want to keep going, or you might find that you've cleared the thing and you've still got time to spare so you can do some more. It's amazing what you can achieve. But again, set an intention and stick to it. So I'm going to fold washing for 15 minutes and I'm going to put the things away. Think of how much you can achieve. And if you can keep going, that creates a momentum, which will keep you moving, keep you doing the things, and keep you feeling good about it. And that good energy that you've just got from doing that thing and achieving that goal and feeling fantastic about it, that will translate into your relationships. You will feel better talking to your kids. You will feel better with your partner because you will be in a place where you feel good and you are not feeling anxious, stressed out about all the mess everywhere. And even if there is mess everywhere but that one little spot, that's okay, because again, you have seen what you can achieve in that 15 minutes. So I want you to go ahead and I want you to set your timer and set your attention. And actually, before you set your timer and your intention, I want you to take a photo. Show us what it looked like before, and then set your intention, set your timer, and show us what it looks like after. And I want you to put that inside of our free Facebook community. So Kiri's community for moms who want a rock solid relationship, so we can cheer you on. All right, so let's do that. That is your action task. And now I want to talk about the seven reasons why decluttering and doing this kind of stuff is important. So, number one, we've already talked about it a bit. It prevents you from feeling overwhelmed. It improves your focus because you can see some success. You can see what you've improved upon. And the thing with this kind of work is a lot of it you can't physically see. And that's why clearing the clutter, we have such success with it because we feel better because we are seeing it. All right? It will allow you space to breathe. And you know what? I'm feeling really inspired to, after this call, go and fold up some washing in my room so that I can breathe from all the clothes that are in there. So I'm going to do that. Okay. Number 3, reduces your stress as you just feel better. It improves your mental clarity. When you don't have all the physical stuff taking up space in your brain, you feel clear. You have more space to breathe, to think, all of those things. It will increase your productivity. And that's the other great thing about setting a timer, because you will see how much you can actually achieve in 15 minutes if you focus on it instead of just like, oh, I've got a spare minute, so I'll scroll on my phone. No, you set a timer for 15 minutes and you stick to it, and amazing things will happen. Number 6 is it will enhance your creativity. You will start to feel more inspired when you've got less stuff occupying space in your brain. And number 7, it will save you time and increase your energy. Because if we're doing little pockets of things consistently and not letting it pile up, you will achieve much more success as you go. All right. This session was fire, and I hope you found it super helpful. Like I said, I am inspired to go and do the work myself. I am going to take a photo of the before. I am going to set the timer. I am going to set the intention, and then I will post the after photo as well in the Facebook group, just like I want you to do. So let's encourage each other and let's go do this thing so we can feel better. Thanks for joining me today. Bye-bye.